Mr. Burrell.
I know back in 4 or 5 months now that we was having issues with the radios in the county, and has anybody got an update on that? I see the mayor ain't here, so
He is attending by
Does he have
calling.
can you give us an update on the radio?
ask him, Mr. Miller?
Mayor Lee, Commissioner Harrell has asked if you can give an update on the, radio system, and I don't know which number you're calling from to unmute you, so you have to unmute yourself.
Dawson's chairman, could he answer?
No, Dawson cannot answer that question. It's been a dead issue and nobody has said anything
Yes.
else about it since the pandemic, so unless the mayor or
Yes.
Mr. Miller has some
I can.
information on it, I don't.
Ms. Goins, you wish to be recognized?
Didn't they tell us in the budget committee hearings the other day that they had to put that, they were trying to do something else because the one that they were gonna get didn't work out? Do you remember what they said? Do you remember that? Jamie talked to us about it. Do you remember that? Keith, do you
I
remember?
recognize Mr. Gibson, he's got some input on it.
Well, the only thing I know is what she's talking about is that the TACA is not gonna be an option because of the coverage. There was such a limited coverage, and they were gonna look at something else. That is right.
Exactly.
But as far as what she said we were gonna look at, I have no idea.
So, with us applying for a grant, did we get the grant? I mean, like, when we approved that grant back, whenever it was 5 or 6 months ago, I mean, we supposed to know something, the way I was taking it the next month. So, I mean,
If I'm not mistaken, that grant was approved in February,
Yes.
and we've not met since, so there's no way for us to find out.
And they did extend all the USDA grants because of the, COVID-19. So
so,
we're not within that strict timeline that we were in before.
And it does seem like it's been 5 months, but it's really not.
And we can sit here and talk about this issue all night, but this is what I'd like to see happen. I'd like to see somebody, Kluwer, Public Safety Commissioner, Chairman, in on what's going on, and let him report back to us at our next meeting, what's going on, because he's been kept in the dark on this too.
well, I think we need to start having somebody needs to update us every month on these radios till they get fixed.
Well,
Cause I mean, to my understanding, there's nothing in the budget right now for these radios.
no,
So, I mean, if we're gonna do radios, where is that money coming from?
well, that's a good question. I don't,
I mean,
somebody
we
besides
already
me
got
to answer that.
partly of a desk, but
I think that Commissioner Fields, needs to be clued in on what's going on and let him answer those questions.
I
Do you
will.
have anything to say, Commissioner Fields?
No, but I will, Commissioner Harrell, ever since everything happened, then we just now started to be able to have meetings again. It's been really hard to even get in contact with anybody to even get answers on anything, as far as any of that stuff goes, but, I will, do some digging on it now that we're able to do some stuff, and maybe call a meeting and see if we can get some direct answers. If not, at least get back to the commission, I would like to, the next, once we get something, dialed in that we know we're gonna do, like, Mr. Gibson has said, the TACA system's not gonna work, our old system, at this point right now, our old system was the only thing that I know of, besides the new stuff that, Commissioner Goins has spoke of, but, and I've not, got any information on it.
well, I know the other night, we had some deputies on the other end, and they could not talk.
Talk.
They can't hear each other. I think they was in a high-speed chase or something up there.
Commissioner Harrell, can you pull your mic a little bit closer so
Yeah.
it'll amplify? Well, lean over, how about that?
So, I mean, we had deputies on the other end that could not get through on the radios. Now, I mean, when this all started, it started out that it was a big issue here in the county. Now, all of a sudden, it's went away. Now, I mean, somebody's gonna have to address it and do something with the budget or whatever y'all wanna do with it, but I mean, the way I'm looking at it right now, we're putting every deputy in this county in jeopardy.
Let me say this and make this suggestion, if anybody else has got any input on this, I cut you off, I want you to have input, you know, we can, this topic could be discussed for a while. I'd like to make this suggestion, Commissioner Fields, if you could go ahead and call the public safety meeting ASAP, and cause we've been able to have committee meetings, and, you know, if you would call that meeting and then give us some input on what's going on, and if it's important enough for us to have a special call meeting to address it, we will do that. Does that satisfy everybody?
I can do that, Mr. Chairman. That sounds good to me, and I'd be more than happy to call a meeting, because I want input on it, just like everybody else and Commissioner Harrell. I mean, he is right. I will say 100%. This was a hot issue, and this was brought up, I think, in the personnel committee meeting just a week or so ago that I was sitting in. But this was a hot issue, and it was just dropped. It was dropped, and nobody else has said anything about it. Not sure why. But I will get a meeting called, and we'll figure something out for sure, because it needs to be answered.
Mr. Taylor,
Why can't the mayor just update us on what he's done and got?
did you get a hold of the mayor?
Mayor Lee, are you in, contact with us right now?
Director Miller on there, do you know Nancy?
I am, I tried.
Oh, it's all good.
Okay, now we can hear you.
Okay, we met with a couple more answers, probably within the next month we'll have a couple more answers. We got a quote from Titan, which is $4.2 million on the 2 radio sites, and about 15% coverage of what we have now, which is unacceptable. And we're moving forward and trying to get some more stuff. Of course, some of you may not know, like Commissioner Harrell, that we've had a pandemic going on, and we've had other things as priorities. And I think right now would be a really good time for Mike Burrell to take this time to announce to everybody that he's running for mayor. His wife keeps giving us a hard time this fall. And at any one time,
That's
just go ahead and do that, because I don't see that that's our job anyway.
Let me say this, let's please don't get personal. Let's just keep this meeting, you know, civil, and we're all adults, and we don't need to make no personal statements here tonight. So let's keep it on a professional level. Mr. Harrell, do you have anything to say? And,
Yes.
you know, please keep it civil.
I would. I'm fine. I understand we've been going through all this stuff with COVID-19, but to my understanding, these deputies are still working. So far as I'm concerned, they're part of it too. So if they ain't got a radio they can communicate back and forth, sound like to me that our EMA director needs to step up and get this fixed before something happens to one of the deputies in this county.
I assure you that we're working on this radio problem every day, and the problem is that we can't meet with anybody because of the restrictions. And that's the problem now.
We can sit here and argue this point all night long.
I'm good, as long as they have a month.
You know, let's, you know, if there's no anything to say about this, we're gonna move on.
I will right quick, Chairman. As chairman of public safety, I will get with Mayor Lee and Director Miller, and we'll talk about it. Us three or anybody else that wants to come, we'll get together and we'll talk about it, and I'll get what info they have, and we'll get our heads together. And you know, if nothing else, like I said, I'll call a meeting. If no sense in calling a meeting if we don't know something, like we've talked about before. But I'll get with those two guys, and we'll get something going on, and maybe I can at least email or reach back out to everybody, let them know what, you know, information we get, you know, and for lack of anything else, we can, since we don't know anything, and as chairman of that committee overseeing that, we can do like you said, Mr. Chairman, and move on.
Thank you, Commissioner Fields. Commissioner Parker.
Mr. Fields,
Yes, sir.
when you're getting your meeting together and things, could we get, at that time, could we get an update on the status of the EMS Exploratory Committee? You know, we had to report back, I think it was in October. I don't know what happened, but we've not had a recommendation, I guess, from the Public Safety Committee. And, I know things been busy and stuff, but I just, you know, wonder where we're at with that.
I got you.
If you could.
Oh, sorry.
Thank
Yes,
you.
sir, Mr. Barrett. I will on that one too, when, I speak with, the mayor and, Director Miller there. I will get some answers on that too, and, I will get with the rest of the board if we just need to meet about that. And I'll get some answers on that too, and I do apologize, you know, for everything that, you know, I'll make an apology as much as I can for COVID coming up on us, but, you know, we figured some stuff out and we're back at work now, so, you know, we have no excuses now, but just to move forward and, do the best we can from here on, but I will get some answers on that one too.